because there's a story behind that as well. When Dad started the service station business in Nashville, we had, oh man, well, Ronnie Millsap, he parked his bus there. Dave Dudley. You had Charlie Pride. We had, and he would come in with his Cadillac journey, and he would park with us as well. But we had Conway Twitty, we had Loretta Lynn, had Miss Donna Fargo. Just some names of folks that just, you know, you take, as a kid, you take for granted. But there was a bus driver, then he drove for Ernest Tubb. And Ernest, my God, he did more than Hank Williams was able to because he died young, but Ernest kept going. And he was wearing his bus driver out. The bus driver finally, he wanted to stay home with his family. And he told, his name is James Price. He passed away my senior year in high school. And that is another individual that just left a mark not only on me, but our whole family. And Bill Anderson too. Bill Anderson a tear will come to his eye if we start talking about James. Bill Anderson hired James to come and work for him after Ernest told James, he said, James, I can't do that. James wanted him to just play Texas, and I'll drive you to Texas and the band, and we'll do Texas, but I can't do this anymore. So Ernest said, I can't. Fans want me to come see them. So James parted, and then he went to driving for Bill Anderson. So Bill Anderson parked his bus there at our station. We had Tommy Cash. Goodness gracious, I'm trying to think of all the ones that actually parked the buses, and their band members come too. But a lot of folks, and a lot of them I can't even remember. What's her name? Goodness gracious. Well, Crystal Gale would come by, Loretta, J. Lee Webb, and the brother, and he's deceased now, but he was a good friend of our family too. But the thing is too, is Jim Reeves, the story about Jim and my dad. Dad knew him before I was born. Jim had come to my dad to ask him to go and fly with him to look at some real estate, and Jim was a pilot. He had his license to fly. So the weekend that Jim perished in the plane crash, my dad was supposed to be on that plane with him.
Right.
And he didn't because Dad already had a contract. He told Jim, I can't. I've got a contract to fulfill, a show to do, and I can't get out of it. And, you know, that's just fate. But my dad's still here simply because another obligation, you know, and we miss Jim. And I never got to meet Jim personally, but I did get to meet his wife, and Mary. And so, getting to know Mary, she sat down with me and told me, says, son, you get a chance, you listen to my husband's music, would you? So she had given albums to Dad, and they knew each other, so he got it free. Well, all those things were at home, and I'd sit down and I'd listen to all of Jim's songs over and over. I'm going, my God, that man can sing, you know.
Maybe
hey, 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 snowflake, you know, and just, oh. All his good songs, and I love you because you understand it. And I listen to that, and I love to, not imitate him, but I love the smoothness that he strived for. He's hard to match. It's hard to do his songs, and anybody that tries, they got to come close, or otherwise don't do it.
No.
So that's like Elvis and the rest of them. And Dad did shows with them as well. Mary Reeves, as I was a little kid, she came up to me one time. She also knew I wanted to work on cars. So at one time, I became a certified mechanic with a touch of someone like Mary Reeves. Mary came up to me and scrubbed my head, said, kid, you think we've changed oil in my car? And I looked at her with a big grin. I said, I sure do. I believe I can. I was just strong enough to turn wrenches. They'd have to lift the car up high enough off the ground that I could get underneath there and reach it, you know. And they couldn't, the big guys couldn't. Well, she said, well, I want you to do it. I later became a certified mechanic at the age of 17 years of age.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And getting somebody like Mary's influence, And then I start singing here late in life. Well, guess who? I want to start singing some of the stuff I listened to when I was a kid. Some of Jim Reeves songs. And those are hard, because I've got more of a gravel voice like Cash. And when you've got that, you know, you just about got to put a cloth over this microphone besides a filter to make it sound smooth. Jim just had the voice. There's no one can match it, period. And that's like George Jones and the rest of them. Ain't nobody going to fill their shoes. Nobody. So if I do that song too as well, I'd like to play that one. We'll just play that recording of that one and do that. But this song that I want to do with Jason is one that Ernest Tubb had. And James Price, being the bus driver, he would take me on that bus of his. Come on, kid, let's go help me work on the bus. So I'd get up there and work on the bus with him and do kind of things, get to go to the bus washes with him, and they'd wash it while we were there, come back, all that kind of neat stuff. He'd start singing, you know, all of his songs, Ernest Tubb songs, you know, I'm walking the floor with you and all that stuff, and I swear he could do it as good or better. And we'd tell him that too. And so I'd like to do this one song here that thanks a lot. You know, because I've been there, done that, and more than once. But I'd like to do this one in memory of my buddy James Price.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Thanks a lot. I got a broken heart, and that's all I got. You made me cry, and I cried a lot. I lost your love. Honey, thanks a lot. You told our friends as I was passing by that you're not sorry that you made me cry. You said I deserve just what I got. If that's how you feel, well, honey, thanks a lot. You wanted a fool, and I played the part. Now all I've got is a broken heart. We loved a little and laughed a lot, and you were gone. Honey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. My heart, and that's all I've got. You made me cry, and I cried a lot. I lost your love. Well, honey, thanks a lot. Woo! Thank you, Jason. That's no rehearsal right there. We're just having a ball, having fun.
That's good. I had a chance young. I was real young. Lived in Wisconsin. I was right on the Illinois-Wisconsin border, so you walk 4 blocks from